I'm Barry Connerty with your Real Estate Flash. Hey, I'm just on my way down to pay a parking ticket, and I started thinking about all the crazy situations that we have to deal with regards to parking and Stratus. Now, one of the better ways for it to have been set up would be if you bought your strata and then your parking stall came as a limited common property. That designates that property, that parking stall, to your strata. More commonly though, what happens is that the parking area is called common property, and what happens there is the strata council is actually in charge of designating which parking stall goes to which property. And that means with a 3/4 vote, they can actually change your parking spot. That means you buy your place, you get a great spot by the stairwell, and then 6 months later you miss a meeting, they get a 3/4 vote, and you're parking down at the back end with no lights, nowhere near a stairwell. Now that's not always going to happen, but it does occasionally happen, and you definitely have to watch out for it. Another situation can be that you actually get your parking leased to you, because when they built the building, they gave the parking area out to a leasing company who leases it back. Now, the situation that you have to watch out for there is when your lease is up, what happens? And do you have to give them proper notice that you want to take your parking stall again? Because they can go ahead and take it out and lease it to somebody else if you're not careful. There's actually a couple of buildings that the parking stall is considered a completely separate strata unit altogether. Now, the interesting thing with that is it's fine when you own it. In fact, it's probably a better situation when you own it. But when you come time to sell it, or when you're buying it, what happens is you're sitting at the lawyer's office, and all of a sudden you get hammered with 2 property transfer taxes. You're also going to pay 2 separate property taxes overall, and there's a lot more politics with regards to who controls the strata. The key thing here is make sure your realtor tells you exactly what is happening with the parking before you go ahead and buy it, and just assume that the parking goes along with it. And everything we just talked about with parking goes for your storage locker as well. So another interesting thing to make sure that you're being careful about. Got any questions about this? I'd love to talk about it. Give me a call or email me, barry@connerty.ca. I'm Barry Connerty, and that is your Real Estate Flash.